It's Clay Trade, and this will be a video chart on MDFI. I want to get this one up as it had a great day today, and I've been getting some requests for it. So finally want to get around to it, especially after it's had such a nice day here. And besides that, it makes an absolutely perfect real-life example of a nice little chart pattern. So I want to go over that too, and that way, people can see the chart pattern it had. So we'll just start off there, and then we'll actually break down the chart. But here we had a big breakout day, and this was back in October 15th. And from there, what we had was just it going sideways. So it was just going sideways until finally today. So what we had here was like a symmetrical triangle type pattern, flag pattern, whatever you want to call it, wedge pattern. But bottom line was we had this flag pattern, and the flag pattern was formed by this big breakout day. And the key on this big breakout day, which could be called the flagpole, is check out that volume. Big volume on the breakout day. And then during the consolidation portion of it, which is all this area in here, or the flag as it could be called, check out the volume. Volume totally dropped off a cliff, but within the overall scope of things, this is how you would want to see volume act, because during the sideways pullback portions of charts, you want to see below average volume compared to the breakout day. So you look at these couple volume bars and then look at the volume during this consolidation, and you can clearly see it was much lower, and that's just textbook consolidation. And then today it broke out of the pattern, and when you get breakouts of patterns, you want to see above average volume. And sure enough, you can't argue about this. This volume bar was clearly bigger than all these volume bars going through this consolidation area. So just a real good example of a chart pattern and how you would want to see the price act within from a charting perspective. But anyways, so now what's going on with the chart? We broke out of this chart pattern. The question becomes, now what? Well, the first thing to note is we had this previous high resistance, which was based right here at 0.005, and this was a resistance level. However, it has been broken and closed above, so now this becomes a support. So this is now a key support level that you would ideally like to see hold. You also had these other previous highs, another one sticking out being this one right here, because you can see 2 days in a row the price bounced off of the 0.0044 level. So this level also has now become a support. And maybe to keep things simple, we could just call this a little support zone that we have between these two areas now. That's up to you what you want to refer to that as. But instead of picking, which one do you want to really count as a support, you could just combine them and say this is a support zone. Besides these two dynamic supports, static supports, we also have these dynamic supports coming up that are the moving averages, both the gray and this red, which is the 10 and 20. So these are going to be your other supports. And one thing to keep in mind is, as time increases, these two lines will, slowly increase upwards. So there we got our supports knocked out. And now the question becomes, well, where are the resistance levels? And pulling back the chart like this, you can see that it's going to go back a long time before we can see some support levels or resistance. So what I'm going to do is translate this over into the weekly chart, so we can have a better viewpoint without scrunching up the chart too much in terms of where future resistance levels are going to be at. Well, hopefully we can. Right now it's loading. There we go. So here we have the chart, and you can see that, well, we may just be in a essentially blue sky breakout territory. But looking at the chart, once more on the weekly chart, another great example of this flag pattern. Had a real big week here, and then all these weeks were much less than this one. There are the lines I drew, and now we're breaking out. And pretty much, the chart's got a lot of upside room after this high today that it was put in, which is up here at 0.007. So right here at the James Bond level, 007. That's going to be the key resistance level at this point. But if you can get through the James Bond level up here at 007, things could really get moving, as the next resistance isn't up until this area up here, which is a significantly higher amount. If you look, you can see all these lows here, and these lows were all at 0.011. So that is going to be the next resistance if you can get past James Bond. Now I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but for now we'll just focus on holding these support levels that I mapped out, and then hopefully pushing up through James Bond and then being able to come up here and get up into the pennies. So if you do have any other questions on the chart, let me know. Overall, looking good. Nice textbook pattern breakout today. So hopefully it'll follow through the rest of this week. I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll get a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And then with your subscription, you'll get trade ideas, chart setups, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So nice variety, something for everybody. So it's definitely worth checking out and giving a try. And it is all free, so it's you really got nothing to lose. One more time, this was MDFI. Thanks for listening.